My parents and grandparents were awful. My mom and dad were addicts, and my grandparents were enablers. My grandfather only enabled my mom because he was a predator and he was able to isolate me by enabling my mom. My grandma knew what was going on and she was absolutely vile towards me. My grandma was always looking for a reason to punish me, and some of the ways that she would do that is she would make me kneel on rice, which I still have scars from today. Or she would bundle up a bunch of wooden spoons together, like 5 of them, and just whop me until they all broke. Crazy enough, physically, my father was even worse. My little brothers and I were so terrified of my dad at one point that we would hide in a ventilation duct. My mom only ever stood up to my dad when it was for herself, never for her children, because she cared more about having substances. I will never forget going to my mom for help, telling her that I could not move back in with my grandfather after everything he did to me because mentally I could not survive any more of the abuse, and my mom looked at me and told me that I was selfish. Over the last 2 years, all of these secrets that my parents and grandparents told me that I could never tell anyone, I've written down in my book. My book, The Secrets We Keep, is coming out very soon. How and why my mom would fake an injury. I hate my mom, but I love putting our business out there because it makes her so mad. My mom is a malignant narcissist, which is a person who genuinely enjoys the pain and humiliation of others. My mom has been addicted to painkillers since I was 10 years old, and her addiction got worse and worse throughout the years, to the point where she would do literally anything to get that fix. She had taken out loans, she had multiple credit cards that she maxed out and then never paid. My mom would sell things, steal things, pawn things regularly and then never get them back because she couldn't make the payments. She would starve her children because it was more important for her to have a fix than for us to have a meal. My parents were constantly scheming up ways that they could make quick cash, and if they couldn't make any money, then they would get really desperate. Both of my parents did this, but I will never forget this particular time my mom faked an injury at the hospital so that she could get painkillers. My mom is a large woman, she's over 300 pounds, and I will never forget as an 11-year-old girl watching her throw herself on the ground after the doctors told her they weren't going to be giving her painkillers. Everybody in that hospital knew she was faking. She got kicked off of the free healthcare insurance. My parents would kick my siblings and I outside all day so that they could stay inside doing substances. If for any reason we had went inside after our parents had told us to go outside, we were getting a whooping, and not the kind that you would just cry it out. It would be the kind that you couldn't walk straight for a little while. We grew up in extreme poverty. We didn't have toys, so we would have to create games since we were going to be stuck outside all day long. So it was my older sister, me, and my 3 younger brothers, and we wanted to play baseball. We used a ravioli can for the ball, a big stick for the bat, and 4 pieces of trash for the bases. Everything was going great with ravioli can baseball right up until it was the biggest crybaby of the family, Dean's turn to hit the ravioli can. He misses and it smacks him right in the face. He starts hysterically crying and runs inside and tells our dad that we were playing a dangerous game on purpose just to try and hurt him. My dad comes outside and starts screaming for all of us to get inside, and he lines us up oldest to youngest, including Dean, and we all got the belt. My dad told us we better not come back inside for anything else. When we got back outside, nobody would talk to Dean or play with him, and that was the first and last time we ever played ravioli can baseball. I hate my mom, but I love putting our business out there because it makes her so mad. Recently, my mom's delusions are so bad that she publicly posted that she's going to become a lawyer. My mom has done this a lot in the past. She would make up these fictional stories and say that she was going to do things, and then she would never go through with doing them, or she would start them and then she would quit them. But this is one of those things where she's just completely making a situation up that has never occurred and will never occur. I honestly think that my mom only did this because I released a book about all of the horrible things she's done to me and to the rest of our family, and I think that if she was able to become a lawyer, she would use that to manipulate the system in her favor and use it as a way to silence me, as she's done my entire life. She's always kept me quiet because she was embarrassed of the person that she's been her whole life. I'm not worried because my mom will never pass a law exam. She will never be able to get a student loan. This is just another one of her delusions talking, but I just think it's funny how she's so far from reality. The funny thing about my mom is she looks like a sweet old lady, but she's one of the most vile, manipulative people that you will ever meet, and you can read all about that in my book, The Secrets We Keep, where I talk about her. My grandma hated me so much that she started disincluding me from birthdays and holidays. What I mean by that is that my 3 brothers and my older sister, who is 5 years older than me, so even as an adult, would get birthday cards and Christmas presents and Valentine's Day baskets and whatever from my grandma. You're probably thinking that I must have been a really awful kid for my grandma to hate me, right? No, my grandfather was actually a kitty diddler, and my grandma was that kind of woman. So it goes without saying that my grandma and I never really had a good relationship, and honestly, I disliked her just as much as she disliked me. But my grandma and I did have a couple of moments where we both felt sympathy for each other. On my 13th birthday, my mom and my dad both forgot my birthday, and I was really sad. I was crying because they never really got me anything, but it was the fact that they didn't even remember on the day of that it was my birthday. My grandma never forgot my birthday, she just purposely wouldn't get me anything. But that year, I guess she felt bad. I was crying because she went upstairs and gave me a piggy bank that she had bought for herself 2 days prior from Dollar Tree and gave it to me as a present.
What? I was asking how things have been, and you just kind of seem to be off in another space. Is there something you want to talk about?
Yeah, things are great.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you two. We haven't had any progress in months, and I think that it's about time we tried some different measures of therapy. Because it doesn't seem like anyone's comfortable in this room. I think that it would be best if we started doing separate counseling sessions because you're not getting anywhere.
You know, Doctor, it's starting to seem like you're trying to purposely turn my daughter against me and asking all these accusatory questions, and I don't like it.
Michelle, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I am not here to take anybody's sides, only to listen, but I can't listen if you're not talking. This is going to be my final suggestion. I really think we should start doing separate counseling sessions. You know, you could just step out of the room and I'll talk to Faye for about 10 minutes and then we'll continue.
And that is our time to leave now. You've just revealed your true intentions. You plan to turn my daughter against me, my minor daughter that you want to have conversations with alone. We're leaving.
I really recommend against that. I think you should continue going to therapy. Both of you really need it, and we're so close to a breakthrough. If you're not comfortable with me, I can recommend you to somebody else.
You're gonna say we're cured, or I'm gonna tell everybody that you're a pervert weirdo and you'll lose that little license. Faye!
Coming!
I know it was you. You used my shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, it was the only one in the house. There's no other shampoo or conditioner or even any soap.
You got an attitude after you took my stuff? I'm telling your father. You don't touch your mom's stuff, little girl. Bend over. I'm gonna run away. I'm never gonna come back. I hate it ever. What was that, little girl?
Nothing!
Oh, so you need another attitude adjustment. Come on back. I hope you learned your lesson, Faye. Stay out of my stuff, or next time it'll be worse.
Oh, don't worry, Mom. I'll never use your stuff again.
What the hell happened to you, woman? I think you're losing your hair. Was there a man at the house?
No, Dad, there was nobody at the house today.
Get out of my sight, girl.
Okay.
Woman, you think I don't know what you do while I'm at work, breaking my back all day for this family? You think I don't know what you do and your little boyfriend, Jody, you let in the house? I don't have a boyfriend. I can barely deal with you. Yeah, 'cause you're such a walk in the park, you lazy whore. The only thing you're good at is laying on your back and pushing out kids and thinking that I'm just supposed to take care of you my whole life. I only quit my job because you kept accusing me of cheating and you begged me to stay at home and take care of these brats. Well, if you weren't so friendly with every man who gives you eye contact, maybe I could trust you at a job. You're just insecure because all your hair fell out after you did crap. Your hair isn't even real. You wear extensions because you're halfway bald. I hate you.
I'm home from school.
Shut up, Pearl. I'm sick of you. Girl, your mom's mad at me because I forgot her birthday. I guess she thinks she's the Queen of England or something. We've been together for 20 years and you still can't remember my birthday. Well, maybe I'd remember your birthday if you were a better woman. You know, cleaning the house and cooking. You can't cook for... Well, maybe if I had a husband worth cooking and cleaning for, I'd do it. Woman, you wouldn't know cooking or cleaning if it smacked you upside the head. You're a... And that's why I can't stand you. Whatever, you... Happy birthday to you too, woman. Faye, go get me a damn beer.